Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're going to do Predator versus Magnus Robot Fighter, issue number 2 of number 2 by Dark Horse Comic and Valiant. Now, why am I doing a follow-up video? Well, I thought to myself, I like the first one so much, and since it's only 2 issues, why should I wait 2 weeks or something like that to make a video? So, let's do it. Anyway, covered by Barry Winsor Smith. The plot is by Jim Shooter, dialogue by John Ostrander, artist by Lee Weeks. So, we have here Magnus is being about to get killed by the Predator, and we have these guys, including, I believe this is a general, this guy. It's called this Ostrander, and he works, I believe for both sides. He's in the military, but also people hired him because he likes to hunt people. That's a sport over there, and he's part of it. And so this girl Poochie, I believe, she says, "That alien, whatchamacallit, the Predator, it has Magnus all wrapped up. Let's shoot the beastie while it has its back to us. Then we get the trophy, see?" And but I believe this guy is, I don't know, paying for her services or something. She says, no, Poochie Hardwick is right. First the Predator kills Magnus, then we kill it. Oh, well, I want to shoot it now. But then she does something stupid. She wants to shoot it, and Hardwick intervenes and says, "Stop, you stupid bindo." And he says, "Yay, no fair. You messed up my shot." Between the legs of the Predator. And you're going to know what's going to happen, because the Predator suddenly turns around and it says, "Hey, more prey. Immediate attention." So yeah, I thought to myself, yesterday, how is Magnus going to get out of this net? So yeah, the Predator turns his attention to, well, among other things, Poochie. But then Ostrander says, "Hey, you stupid slut! why ever let Church talk me into taking you on a hunt? Because he protects your butt with the authorities, and you want to keep him happy, and he wants to keep me happy. I may be a slut general, but I'm not a stupid one, see?" But then the Predator does the targeting, and he does this, and oh no, she loses her hand. And he says, "Poochie," and she says, "Oh." And then, then he uses the spear to kill the other one. And she says, "Churchy, it's getting awfully dark." I love this shot, by the way. It just looks really, really good. So he uses his invisibility, cloaking ability. That came out weird. Invisibility, his cloaking ability. And so this girl's, ordering the robots to kill the alien, but he's invisible, and they are hitting Magnus here. And Magnus is still stuck in the net. Now, okay, a little bit of a context here. I said yesterday that normally, if you watch the movies, the net basically, how do you say, it burn. It's not really burning, but it eats into your flesh. It's also not eating, but there's so much power or force into that net. It can slice you in two or in multiple parts. Now, why doesn't it happen with Magnus? Because Magnus has a lot of durability. While he was training with robots, he has, gained, I believe, the ability to harden his body more and more because of the blows of the robots that wants to kill him. So, and that's one of the reasons that he is now trying to, is now escaping because of the shots. It's weakening the wall, and the wall is now falling on top of him. Really cool. And so Ostrander says, "Hey, dude, I know I have seen these guys before. We don't have the firepower. I'm gonna get away with the Exo Monowar helmet." And then so the robot says, "Hey, the targets, we cannot see the targets. Please give us instructions, mistress." And she says, "Switch to infrared mode, you cheap buck of a bolt. Do I have to do all of the thinking for you?" So, and then they do that, but it's too late because the target is 2 meters away from them. And she also says, "Then kill it, you fool. Kill it, kill it, kill it." And then we have these dots here, and, now she's dead. And then he says, the Predator, "Poor sport, Lydia. Former prey, no sport." Magnus, not sport. Hardwick, trophy run, good sport. Ho, ho, ho. So, yeah, Predator only hunts people who are worthy and dangerous. Since Leah is now unconscious, she can't do anything, so he leaves her alone. Pretty cool. He has some kind of a morals. Magnus is now, breaking out of the rubble and goes to Leah, and he says, "Hey, Leah, are you okay?" "Yes, I played dead, Magnus. I saw General Hardwick with the others." "Well, he's not among the bodies." So yeah, Hardwick is getting away, but there's some criminals in this town too, and they want to see what he has. So he's being shot at by all of these criminals, and he shoots back. But then Predator is here, and this guy says, "Hey, what's this? Some kind of rash?" And then his arm is getting blown off also. And then they're all screaming because they all want to shoot the Predator, but the Predator's killing them. So Magnus and Lydia are going to a professor here, and they're doing some scans, and they figured out what the Predator actually is and where he, well, not really where he came from, but it seems that he is, well, the Predators have been in here for a very long time, and they visit Earth many times before. And the professor says they're hunters and they hunt humans for sport. The whole society seems to build around the hunt, for which they have elaborate and very highly developed rules. And we also see what his weaponry are. You know, he has the spear, the laser cannon, the cloaking ability, etc. And Magnus says, "How do we stop it?" Well, oh, wait a minute. Before I go into this, now this is probably nice. So this is a trading card by Lee Weeks. So if you can pause the video, I'm going to make it a little bit bigger here. So you can actually read a little bit of, the background of Magnus and even the Predator, right? So that could help you understand these characters a little bit better, which is pretty cool. So Magnus is, 1963, and the Predator, I believe what does it say? 1989. Pretty cool. So yeah. Oh, Jesus. So the professor says, "Well, you kill it." And Magnus says, "Well, there has to be another option." "Actually, there isn't. The texts were quite clear on this point. Moreover, if it's defeated, it may destroy itself with a low-yield nuclear device. Very nasty." And so he also says that the mechanism is triggered by his wrist gauntlet, etc. And so he says, "The Predator operates by certain wicked codes. For example, it always collects a trophy of the hunt and guards it most zealously. I suspect the exo helmet that Hardwick was stolen from its collection." So, wait a minute. So, do you say that the Predator killed the Exo Man-O-War? Now, I'm not sure if there is more Exo Man-O-Wars before this one, but, since this is in the future, so it could be that after the current Exo Man-O-War, he's getting older, maybe I hate the word mantle, by the way, the costume is, being transferred over to another who wears the Exo Man-O-War mantle, I guess. It would be interesting if we have a crossover between the Predator and the Exo Man-O-War. But that's all besides the point now. Let's move on. But it's a cool thought, right? Anyway, and so the professor continues, "It does not hunt those not deemed worthy prey or those who are helpless. I suspect this is why I did not kill Lydia when she lay on the ground. The alien is quite ethical." And so Magnus says, "No, I won't kill it." And but Leah says this thing has to be stopped, and I am the one who has to do it, right? That's what I was raised to do by my robot mentor, AI, ever since I was an infant, to be the complete warrior, to defend Northam against robots and whatever else threatens Northam. I've been cast into the role of the defender for a society that's been too decadent, too corrupt to defend itself, to champion those whose values I have come to despise. And now am I supposed to save Hardwick who symbolizes everything I find wrong with Northam, and kill a being whom I find myself in greater sympathy. The Predator, too, is a warrior with its own code. It is no more of a part of this society than I am, and you tell me I must kill it before the good of Northam. But the professor says, hey, you projecting, the Predator is not human, and it doesn't, abide to human values. So, and also he pointed out that if he gets what he wants, the exo suit, he's going to hunt again. And there's a lot of bad people here, criminals, that's been deemed a worthy prey maybe to the Predator. So yeah, Magnus feels a little bit in conflict here. I like that a lot. And Leah says, Magnus, I still got a telepathic link with Exo Helmet. And then we see Horbuck here, and he uses this how do you know, gravity elevator. And then the Predator comes in and destroys this thing. And they all falling down to their deaths, except for Hardwick. And then Leah says to the police robs, hey, control and circle the area, and try to find the Predator, because she can feel the Exo Manowar's helmet. And then Magnus says, hey, it's over there. He jumps out of the window, and while she's climbing on the back of the robot of this Paul Rob is police robot, and she says the Paul Rob's got the Predator on infrared, and the main brain has instructed it on all Paul Robs in the area to apprehend and immobilize it. So yeah, they have got an attack, and she says, could I get off before you launch this attack? And then the Predator shoots this robot. Looks great with also the colors, right? Very bright in the middle, and then it goes a little bit darker and darker on the outside. Fantastic stuff. The use of color here is very well done. And I'm going to show you a couple of examples a little bit later on. And now look at this. This looks fantastic, right? Man, so cool. Anyway, so he uses his wrist to cloak himself, and he's going to lose the robots because somehow they don't have infrared or something, or cannot see him on the spectrum. Oh, wait a minute, there's some ads here. Oops, I'm going a little bit too quickly. So, yeah. Magnus says, hey, I lost track of Hardwick. Are you there? And she says, my head is still ringing. I don't have, at this point, a connection with the helmet. So, yeah, Hardwick bumps into the Predator, who was cloaked. And he says, ho, 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 Hardwick, hunt over. And the Magnus comes, and he says, damn right. And he uses his, chop, how do you say, karate chops? That's not entirely true. But, he has certain movesets to disable and destroy equipment. I'm coming to that a little bit in a second. All right, you ugly bastard. That takes care of your weapons. Now it's down to just you and me. We're the weapons now. I love it. Magnus can be ruthless sometimes. And he's not to be trifled with, by the way. So, and the Predator says, good. First, Hardwick. And Magnus turns around and said, Hardwick, you fool, don't run. And the Predator says, Hardwick stole trophy. Never won fair and square. End game. And yeah, he kills then Hardwick. He's bleeding here from the wall. Magnus drives and says, no. But then the cops here get the notification that there is a, Predator ship launching. And they are, it's taking off, which is interesting. So I thought to myself, maybe he is the one who is triggering, autopilot or something. But no. Again, we come to that a little bit later. So Magnus is jumping off this whatever it is to another platform, and he's hurt, and he says, hunt means nothing to you. You don't eat what you hunt. Why do you hunt? Kill, says the Predator. Kill decides who is strong, who should survive. Weak die. And he slices up Magnus. So yeah, he's pretty formidable. And Magnus gets his ass handed to him for a while. And he says, Magnus strong, good fights, good sport. And then and Leah says, well, stop it, you're killing him. Yes, Magnus not strong enough. Ho, ho, ho. But Magnus says, I made a mistake, Monster. Tried to reasoning with you. No good. And then he does this. Now, a little bit of context here. Magnus does a lot of these kind of moves because he's been trained to kill and destroy certain robots. He does that to mostly to disarm, to behead, and also make dents in certain kind of bodies. You know, he can use his fist. He does a lot, but he does mostly these karate-esque chops. And I love the fact that the writer has the respect and the knowledge how to use Magnus in a good way. So Magnus uses this chop to blind the predator. That's a cool move. And then Magnus, like I said, he can be ruthless. He says, hard to hit what you can see, isn't it? But you find a way, won't you? I learned. It ends here. So he does this. That was your spine. I'm sorry, I had to stop you. Cripple you or kill you. Killing you will make me like you, like Hardwick. I won't. And then Leah says, oh, Magnus, we have a problem. And then, oh yeah, remember these guys? So yeah, the Predator is coming here and they are being surrounded. They can do nothing. And the Predator says, endgame. And then they do this. Again, the use of colors here, you know, with the red, with the instant action here, and then it turns dark and purple. Magnus is in shock with the blue, and then with the orange to, you know, with the killing stroke, if that's what you call it. This is a very powerful scene out here because nobody's saying anything. You only see that they raise their spears and kill them in honor because that's the code of the Predator. I really, really like that. And it's been said here as well, it's over. He lost by their rules. They still treat him with more honor in death than we treat most of our people while living. And then this Predator says, to victor goes the spoils. Magnus says, no, I don't want to. I'm not like you. I don't need a trophy. And then they are leaving and Magnus is, you know, still here a little bit bewildered. And Leah says, you're not like that, Magnus, or much like most of us. You're something better, I think. And that's the end of the book. And this was a fantastic comic. Holy shit, I didn't, you know, realize it was, you know, was going into this direction. That's what I'm, you know, try something new with all these comics. But there's one thing I don't know how it ended. And that's, let's see if I can see it real quickly. Just give me a second, guys. Here we go, almost there. The helmet. What happened to the Exo Manowar helmet? You know, it's still lying there somewhere in the ground in this town. Shouldn't somebody just pick it up and, you know, put it somewhere safe? I'm not entirely sure. That's probably, you know, a little bit, well, it's not a main gripe, but it feels a little bit unresolved, if you know what I mean. But overall, this is a fantastic comic with great art, fantastic art, great coloring and lighting, and great storytelling as well. So yeah, there's only 2 issues. If you can, you know, find it in your local comics book store or in on eBay, highly recommend it, guys. So I hope you liked the video. I see you next time as always. Thanks for watching.